Hey guys, I want to cover a coin I haven't yet covered on this channel, and it's called Reserve Rights. The ticker for this is RSR, and I'm currently on the weekly time frame. Now, before I get into it, I should mention that if this is your first time coming across this channel, just subscribe, because if you leave the channel, you might have a hard time finding it again because it's pretty new, very low subscriber count, and because of that, YouTube doesn't really prioritize me in the search engine. So yeah, if you want to get more TA videos from me, if you find this helpful, then just subscribe. And when you do, it's going to show a little bell icon. Click that and then click on all. Okay, so yeah, RSR. I mean, this is like pretty easy TA right here. It's just a falling wedge. It's a descending wedge over a very long term. So when this breaks out, I imagine it's going to be very explosive. But until then, it's just a range. Like, so if you want to trade this, I recommend drawing this on a weekly. Basically, the best way I found to draw this is start from the wick here. It cuts through the body, and then you get another touch right here at the wick, and then the bottom one, wick, and then this one's a body. Now, the way to confirm a breakout on this is you want a candle body to close either above or below these two trend lines. So if you get a candle body closing above it, that's your first sign that you might be going up. But obviously, you want to look at the volume as well. I think I have the volume on this one here. So basically, if it does break out, you want a big, huge, strong volume bar like this, right, just to confirm the breakout. And over here, I also have. I mean, depending on where we break out. Like, for example, I've also marked like these kind of like green horizontal lines, which represent different supports and resistances. And this is just for my idea of where, if we break to the upside, where the price is going to have a little bit of a struggle. So you see here, this green line here, it served as support throughout this entire region here. Again, here, this next level up, it was the resistance right here, and it was also support here. So I just draw this to get an idea of potential levels of resistance on the way up if we do break out. Okay, the target for this, the way to find targets for descending falling wedge, basically you just draw from the bottom to the top where, here, I'll show you. Basically from the top to the lower level of the resistance. It could be here, it could be here. Let's see. If I wanted to be conservative, I would draw it like that, from the support level all the way up to the resistance, and then you project it from the breakout point. So depending on where it breaks out, who knows? Say for example, if it broke out right here, then that would take you all the way up to this point, which aligns with this previous resistance level. So yeah, at around just under 5 cents. Another really good way you can try to estimate the resistance levels is you take a Fibonacci, draw from the top down to the bottom. And okay, so and then what you want to do is you want to look for confluences, right? So for example, as the price makes its way back up here, if it's able to break out of this pretty strong downtrend, as the price comes up, your first level here is going to be the 382, your main level on the Fibonacci here. And that somewhat lines up with a resistance level right here. The 50%, a little bit more likely, but we don't really have much confluence. We have a lot of confluence right up here at the 618. That's the peak of, that's where we got the wick right here. The resistance level, the 618, lines up perfectly. So this is a main level. If the price kind of gets up here and I want to look for a short, maybe right there is a good opportunity, because chances are the price is going to reject in this area. And that is 0.023326, right? This kind of range is the golden pocket. So I add this 65% manually. So this range between the 618 and the 65%, that's going to be a big area of resistance. But you can see that the projection target for this following wedge lines up perfectly with these 786. So right here, if the price is able to get back up here, that's a massive level of resistance, because we have confluence between the projection target and the 618 retracement level. And that's around that is around 0.048624. So around there. Now, in terms of which way it's going to move, I have no idea. But when we're getting to the kind of like the apex region of this, so for example, yes, we could come back down to test the all-time low here if Bitcoin crashes. I would not want to see it break below that, because if that happens, if we break below the previous low here, the swing low, that means we also break this downsloping level of support. So yeah, that would just be a disaster for this coin. But we could come all the way down here and do like a retest for like a double bottom type scenario, or we could just head up. We don't really know, but we're just gonna wait and see which one of these lines it breaks. I'm not taking any trade until that happens. Or I could hold on. Let me switch the chart here. I do remember seeing a bullish sign. So you see right here we have a low, then we have a lower low, then a lower low. Well, on the oscillator we have a low, then we have a higher low, then another higher low. So this is called a bullish divergence. So I want to see what happens here. Like if this stochastic starts to turn up, if this serves as a support level and this flips green, then I might consider taking a long, but I have to do so. To do that, I would go to a smaller time frame, and I would trade based on a break of this. So okay, on the daily here, yeah, right here. So if the stochastic was to come up, and we were to break this level right here. So you see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, yeah, multiple touches on this downsloping level of resistance. If this breaks, then a good trade would be to target the top of this zone. So this resistance line breaks, target the next level. So this is kind of like the multi-time frame analysis, why it's important. So this is the daily time frame. You could trade within that, and then your next level of resistance will be the longer term time frame, the weekly level downtrend right here. And then, of course, if both of these break, then you're off to the races, and then you can target those upper levels. But yeah, until then, just a very predictable range. I would what's happening with Bitcoin right now? Here, let me take a quick look at Bitcoin so you can get an idea here. So Bitcoin, I'm going to switch the chart, because the performance of this altcoin is likely going to depend on what Bitcoin does, and Bitcoin is doing pretty much exactly what I anticipated. So here, let me do the 4 hour here. Okay, when we broke down, I drew a fib from the bottom to the top here, and I noticed that we were at the 382, and that's exactly where we got supported. Then I said, okay, it's likely that we're going to come back up to test this previous level of support as a resistance, and look what we did. We came up, we got a huge rejection wick, and yeah, we're just basically still in now the new range. So before, the previous range was from here, from around 29,600 up to around 31,500, 31,600. Now the new range we're going to be in, assuming this is strong resistance, is going to be 29,600 and this 382, which is 28,900, around there. So I imagine the price is just going to bounce around here for a bit before making a decision. If this level, if we get rejected hard and this 382 breaks, the next level is going to be this 50% retracement level, which is just over 28,000. So around 28,080. And, that also kind of lines up with this upsloping here. I'll change the time frame so you can see how I drew this. We have like an ascending wedge, a rising wedge, typically a bearish pattern, but we haven't broke it, so no stress yet. And we have this upsloping level of support. So if it comes down here to this 50% retracement and this upsloping level of support, that's going to be a very strong buy zone, just over 28,000. Now, until Bitcoin can break above this former level of support, which is now resistance, the altcoins, maybe they're just going to range. It might be just a boring market for a while. But yeah, keep an eye on Bitcoin, and that's kind of going to dictate what happens with the altcoins in the short term. All right, guys, so that is the analysis for RSR, reserve rights, and a quick look at Bitcoin as well. All right, if you found that helpful, maybe just subscribe so you can find this channel again. Yeah, take care. Have a good day. Bye.